Welcome to the Clark Ford Instant Analysis of LSU 58, Ole Miss 37 from Vaught-Hemingway Stadium on Saturday night. The Rebels fall to 4-7 on the season. LSU remains unbeaten, and Ole Miss has a bye week prior to Mississippi State on Thanksgiving night. You can join us for our Hand Raised Guys postgame show, taking your calls and giving more opinions coming up. But for this video, all about the football aspect. Ole Miss runs wild as a team. John Rice Plumlee sets an Ole Miss quarterback record for rushing yards in a game. The defense had a pretty good plan, but was picked apart by Joe Burrow, especially in the first half, and just got beat from an athletic standpoint as much as anything. But we'll start on offense. Neil, I've got kind of a lot of thoughts, a lot that probably will have to get sorted out over the course of Hand Raised Guys. I thought that for another game, it's a little bit of Groundhog Day because Plumlee's dynamic on the ground. There's no doubt about that. I thought that the calls, the system, the playbook tonight kind of kept Ole Miss from being able to move it a little more effectively in times. And that's a weird thing considering they scored 30-something points, but it was a lot of big plays, a lot of fast possessions. I thought that in some ways, as good as Plumlee is on the ground, I think that the playbook is potentially inhibiting some of what he at least possibly could do. They're almost kind of not giving him a chance before they even get started, it seems like a little bit.
I'm starting to get to a place with Plumlee where, like, I hear Bears fans are with Mitch Trubisky. Hey, what's there to lose? Let's open it up and see what happens. Let's quit counting on the big play and let's see what happens. It feels weird to say anything critical about an offense that I don't have the total numbers in front of you. Yeah, I do. 614 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Almost exclusively on the ground.
402 yards on the ground, 212 in the air. Plumlee was 9 of 16 passing for 123 yards. Corral 6 of 11 for 89. Plumlee threw a pick. Corral threw a TD. On the ground, Plumlee, 21 carries, 212 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's incredible. That's 10 yards a pop, 4 touchdowns. Jerry and Ely was terrific, 13 carries, 141 yards. Snoop
Give
Connor,
him the ball.
Yeah, he's the one, frankly, that needs to be carrying the ball 21 times.
Yes.
Snoop Connor, 8 carries, 45 yards. Frankly, I think he should carry the ball more.
Mm-hmm.
Corral had a carry for 6 yards. Elijah Moore had a carry for -2. Elijah Moore had 9 catches. Dennis Jackson had 2. Tylen Knight had 2. Cooley and Ely had 1 each. That's your point. The offense is right now, it's, hey, let's just do a whole bunch of quarterback runs.
Where Plumlee has to play out of his mind on the ground for it to work. And he does more often than not, to some extent.
I still, God, I'm mad at myself right now saying this. I still look at this and think this isn't sustainable over the course of a season. And when it stops being sustainable, who's the quarterback next year? Jimmy Holiday in week 4? I mean, where does this go?
It's where my point, though. I don't know if we know either way. The playbook is so limited right now. They don't throw the ball enough on first down.
But why?
They don't put him back in the pocket to at least see what happens. And look, I get this coaching staff. They're not intentionally not calling the right plays. That's not what I mean. They see it in practice every day. We sure as heck don't.
No.
But at the same time, I feel like not throwing the ball to the left side, always doing this. I think right now, especially given the situation of Ole Miss, they can beat Mississippi State, get to 5-7, but it's not like they're playing for any type of championship right now. The coaching staff is safe for another season.
Yeah.
See what you have. As you mentioned, put him back in the pocket, let him throw, let him run the full playbook. He doesn't run anywhere near the same look of a system as Matt Corral when he's in the game. Let him do what Corral does and just see what it looks like. That's my point at this time.
It's the Trubisky thing.
Yeah.
Where the Bears are saying, okay, did we make a mistake? Yes, we made a mistake. We've acknowledged that. We should have taken Mahomes. We didn't. We should have taken Deshaun Watson. We didn't. Okay, that's done. There's nothing we can do about that now. We probably won't get one of those 2 teams to go, hey, let's do a do-over. So you have to say, so let's figure out over the rest of this lost season where we're not going to go to the Super Bowl. Let's figure out what this kid can or cannot do so that we can make a more educated decision. Let's take the training wheels off the bicycle and see what happens. And that's what Ole Miss should be doing with Plumlee, in my opinion.
On defense, Ole Miss, I thought just got beat athletically as much as anything. Joe Burrow was excellent. They got pressure on him. They did pick him off. They got some sudden change. They got some possession switches. They picked him off twice. I thought they played okay, as well as you could play and give up 50-something points. They just got beat from a man-on-man standpoint all night.
Multiple times, Burrow just made a play.
Yeah.
It was 32 for 42, 489 yards,
You played the number one offense in the country, and you got beat doing it.
Yeah.
This was not a night where the shine is off the job Mike McIntyre has done as defensive coordinator at all. I thought his plan was very, very sound tonight.
Like on that next to last touchdown, I thought they had a great play call. Burrow just made a big play.
Yeah, it is what it is. So Ole Miss heads into an Egg Bowl. It's going to be interesting if nothing else. I don't know if they can exploit State's weakness. State is terrible in the secondary, so they try to throw. What do they do there? State pretty good in run defense. The Bulldogs were just embarrassed by Alabama in a game that's been completely overshadowed by Tua Tagovailoa's injury. We'll talk about that on Hand Raise, guys, I'm sure, a little bit. So a lot there, but Ole Miss falls to LSU by 21 points. Vegas is good, and that's a push, which is a win in Nils picks.
In Nils picks, everybody wins, baby.
Yeah. A push goes to the house, and we're the house. So Hand Raise, guys, coming up in a few minutes. Plenty more on that, plenty more on our podcast starting back Monday morning, but there are some quick thoughts from this Clark Ford Instant Analysis. We'll talk to you again soon.